Hello everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome to my kitchen. I am excited to share with you all about the 5 dinners in 1 hour tonight. And to give you a little background, before I get into all the fun prepping part of getting my family's dinners ready for the week, I want to be real with you guys, because if you're watching this video, I want to be able to let you know what my story and what my family, how dinner was at our house before I found this system. Now, if you're watching this, you're either new here, you already have a subscription to the 5 dinners in 1 hour, or you're like I used to be and you'd see it on Facebook with everyone prepping all the live videos and watching them and thinking, that looks awesome, but will 1, my picky eaters enjoy the recipes? Number 2, is it really worth the time and money that it's saving? And 3, is it going to make it really easier for my life in being a mom and with dinner time? So there were weeks where I was just getting so frustrated. I just put all my kids in the car and we're like, okay, we're gonna go get Little Caesars or Wendy's, or because I got so sick and tired of every night, I don't like this, this is gross. And you spend all this time online, at least I did, finding all these variety of recipes that I wanted to prep for my family, and spend so much time at the grocery store trying to find all my ingredients, and coming home, spending hours in my kitchen just to prep 1 meal, and then to sit down at the dinner table with my kids and not be grateful for it, hate the meal, and I'm like, oh, you just want to throw your hands up and say, really, children? This is, they don't realize all the behind the scenes part of us moms trying to figure out dinner time and make it a nice, healthy meal for them every single night. And yes, let's be honest, I would even feed them cereal on those days because I'm like, fine, me and your dad will eat this, you guys have cereal, and that's that. So dinner time was getting super stressful at my house. I hated having to come up with my own recipes. So at the beginning of last year, I saw some things in my feed of the 5 dinners 1 hour, and I watched months worth of those videos before I even jumped on board, because I was again like, is it really going to save me time? Is it really going to save me money? Are my kids going to enjoy these recipes? Is it really going to be worth it? So let me tell you from my own experience, for all you on the fencers out there on trying this program, I'm telling you guys, this is a total game changer. We have been using this at my house almost 4 months now. I signed up for just the every quarter recipes, so every 3 months. I pay $36. It is so reasonable because it comes out to be just a couple bucks a week, you guys. And so if you are new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain why this is total game changer, because it literally is saving me money every single week and month, all combined in my grocery bill. It's saving me time in my kitchen, where I'm able to spend more time with my kids and having fun with my kids and husband throughout the week. And it's giving us a variety. And we have only had 2 recipes the whole time, and I'm doing this every single week for 4 months, that me and my hubby loved, but my kids were like, it's okay, but it's not a keeper. So we have a keeper pile and a not keeper pile. And out of all the recipes that we have had, my kids, for your information, I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old, to kind of give you an idea, and they are picky eaters. So I just love the fact that it's giving us variety, and they're good recipes, you guys, and they're simple. If I can do this, anyone out there can do this. And so I just love it. So if you're new here, what am I talking about? What is 5 dinners in 1 hour? So it's a subscription, and they have monthly plans, quarterly plans, or yearly plans. They have a classic plan, which I'm on, and a clean eating plan. So if you're wanting more veggies and a little bit more healthier foods, then the clean eating plan's yours. If you want more of those down home comfort foods and a little bit more kid-friendly recipes, then the classic plan is good for you. But what I love about this is, so like I said before, is I'd sit down and I would search the internet everywhere, Pinterest, and find all my recipes that I wanted. And I'm sitting there having to write down every ingredient that I do not have at my house for these recipes. And so what you do is when you become a member, you get on the computer and just be able to pick and choose from different recipes. Every month they throw in 20 new recipes and kick 20 off, and so you're constantly going to get variety. You're never going to get bored of the same recipes. And so you go on there, and even though it's called 5 dinners in 1 hour, I want you guys to know, because I didn't know this. I thought it was just 5 dinners every week that you got, and you had to use that, and that was it. But you have no limit to the amount of dinners that you are able to cook for your family. If you want to do 10 dinners, 7 dinners, the whole month and freeze some, you totally can. There's such a variety and flexibility with the program that I absolutely love. So you go on your computer, you log in, it will have whatever recipes you've joined, and you click them into, you can make your own custom recipe for the week. And I just do 5 because I always prep on Saturday, and so we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Fridays we always go out to eat or have pizza nights at my house, whether we're making homemade pizza or going to like Pizza Hut or something. So 5 at a time works good for me, but if you want to be a go-getter and really be prepared, then you can do more than the 5. So you go in and you pick out what you want. There's serving suggestions, so I always do a serving size of 6 for my family. We have a family of 5, me, my hubby, and 3 kids. And I like to do the 6 servings because it always gives us leftovers for me and my hubby's lunch the next day, and it just works good for us. So if you're a family of 2, you can actually adjust your serving size. If you're a family of 7, you can adjust your size, or 4 or 5, or however you want to do it. But when you pick your recipes, you get your own shopping list, you guys. Your very own shopping list. And it goes along with whatever recipes you picked. So what I like to do is shop my fridge, my freezer, my pantry before. So I'll go through, and I actually just found out that you could do this online. You can actually check the things that you already have, and it will cross off on your printable part. But I like to just kind of go through and make sure I have it without just sitting on the computer and not knowing if I really have something or not. So I will shop my fridge and pantry first, and then I go through and check everything that I already have. Then I go in and highlight my list of things that I need to go get at the grocery store for that week. So I love the visual. This is saving me so much time and not having to write down every single ingredient and thing that I need for my recipes. And I just go into the store. I am knowing exactly what I need to do. I'm in and out, and I'm saving so much money, you guys. Meal planning alone saves you a ton of money every single month. So then, not only that, you get your recipes. They all come with a picture. There's 3 different columns. You have your assembly day, which is the middle column, and it's telling you, you guys, step by step, everything that you have to do. It's total foolproof. You guys, anybody can do this plan. So the middle one tells you what you're going to do. The end column is going to tell you how you assemble it, whether it's in a dish or a pan or a zipper bag. Then over here on the first column, it's going to tell you what you're going to do on cooking day. So your whole entire directions are already there for you, along with the amazing shopping list that you get. So when I'm saying that I'm saving time, I truly am with this, because it's all laid out for you, and it is a game changer for my house. My kids are enjoying dinner. They aren't fighting and saying, oh, that looks gross, and oh, I don't want to try that, because I'm also involving in them, and I say, okay, here's all the pictures on the computer. You guys get to choose one this week. Which one do you want? And so they know, hey, I chose this, and it's going to be really good because I know I'm going to like it. And the recipes, we haven't had any problem except for 2. They were still good recipes, and they still ate their dinner, but it was kind of like, oh, it's good, but maybe not make this one again. So out of all that, this is totally worth it, you guys. All you fence sitters, I'm telling you. And they have only a $2 sample menu and different bundles and stuff, so there's so much flexibility, you guys, and it's totally worth it. So let's get started real fast about my little spiel of kind of getting real with you and letting you know why I jumped on board and how it has seriously saved my family stress and time at dinner time. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to prep with you 5 dinners that we are doing at my house this week, which is easy tilapia and tomatoes, broiled hoisin chicken tenders, the holiday mini meatloaves, That one I'm bringing back because it was one of my kids' favorite. They love that. Slow cooked Cajun pasta, chicken pasta, and some honey garlic meatballs. So, and my camera, I'm going to just kind of go down a little bit so you guys can see my cooking space a little bit. My head might be cut off. I can kind of slouch down a little bit if I need to so you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, so we're gonna first start, oh, and before I start doing this, let me tell you, let me bend down here so make it a little bit more so my head's not chopped off. Some tips that I feel that are super useful since I've been using this for 4 months is, if you can see my counter, obviously you can see some of my things, but I literally lay out every single item on my counter for each recipe. So if you could see my whole counter, there's like a section of pile here and here and here, and it's in order with the recipe. So when I am able to prep everything so fast, it's super important for you to have everything out. And along with that, I always have my meat. If you can see my bags, and as I'm going through, you'll see. But I like to have every bit of my meat out, so I'm not sitting there having to wash my hands every second, every time I'm doing with the meat. So make sure when you do your meat, just have everything out where you need it, whether it's in your pan or your baggie, and then you just have to wash your hands once and not have to worry about contaminating anything else as you're prepping. And also have a garbage. I have my garbage over here because when you're doing things, you always have things to throw away, and to make sure you're having that. That saves time. And so yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say as far as my tips. So let's get started with my easy tilapia and tomatoes. We love fish and seafood at my house, and so my son picked this one out. So I've already got my tilapia in here, and I have it sprayed with nonstick spray in my 9x13 baking dish. And I need to cut and slice 2 tomatoes. So I've already washed these tomatoes. I just forgot to take the stickers off. So let me hurry and chop up some of these. I'm going to move my directions because this is super handy to have, you guys. So you can't make a mistake when you have everything right there to tell you exactly what you're supposed to do and what you're putting in where. So chop some of my tomatoes. And you guys, if you are ever interested in seeing what this 5 dinners in 1 hour is all about, the link to find out more will be in the description of this video below. So you can click on it and it can show you, or it will show you, all the meal plans and everything that they have to offer. So and if you guys have any questions for me, since I am fairly new to this, and I'm telling you, I was a fence sitter like probably most of you guys watching this video are, and it's just total game changer, and I love every single aspect of what this has done to our family for dinner time. All right, we need to get some broccoli, and this is just frozen broccoli. You can use fresh. And another thing too is, where's my scissors? Here it is. Any one of these recipes, so you don't have to stick with every single ingredient exactly how it tells you. So if there's things that your family doesn't like there's a lot of things that will have green beans or things like that. My family, we don't like green beans, and so we'll substitute it for something else or another vegetable. So, and there's one recipe in here too that will kind of, I think I'm going to be subbing out something. So you'll see it doesn't have to be exact, because if your family doesn't like it, you don't have to put it in there. And so it's all about making it how you guys like it. And if you have picky eaters, substitute something that you know that they will eat instead. So I love the versatility of this. So I have our broccoli in here, and then it says to just slice my tomatoes and place it all over the tilapia. So we're gonna just kind of eyeball some tomatoes going on. And my hubby, he does not like tomatoes, so he'll be picking these off. But I'm doing it, he doesn't mind if I cook with them, he just can't eat them raw or plain. So, alright, so we didn't need quite the full. I am going to put these aside and we will save these for something like on our sandwiches for lunch. Okay, next says to do some salt and pepper. To taste. I'm hoping my angle and everything's okay for you guys. And then it needs to have the rest of the ingredients into a measuring cup, and then I'm going to mix it and just dump it all over this. And it's almost done with dinner number 1 being complete. So we need 2 tablespoons, and you don't have to measure things. I'm no pro, but after even just doing this for the 4 months, I'm able to kind of know what a tablespoon and teaspoon look like. But for oil and like milk and stuff, I always still like to measure those out. So we need 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And with garlic, Costco is the place to go for already chopped minced garlic. It saves the mess and your hands from smelling like garlic. So we need to get 2 teaspoons. And again, if you guys want these recipes and know about it, the link will be below in this video. And then we need some basil. Gonna eyeball this one. Like so. And then 1/2 cup of white wine or chicken broth. And I had chicken broth, so that's what I'm using. Okay. Then it says to dump over the tilapia. Let me move these out of the way and move my actual dish over here where you guys can see. So we've got the broccoli, tomatoes, and the tilapia. And I'm going to just whisk this real quick of all of this mixture I just whipped up. And dump on the fish tomato area. And just like that, dinner number 1 for my family this next week is completed. I'm going to cover this with foil and everything once I'm all done. But I'm going to just move it over there so I'm not stringing the foil over and making it really loud for this video. Okay, next we're going to go right into the broiled hoisin chicken tenders. So I have 18 chicken tenders in my bag already, and it calls for some hoisin sauce. And I don't think I took this thing off because it's brand new. So we're gonna dump some. I've never really cooked with hoisin sauce before. It's kind of like molasses, I would say, and barbecue sauce mix. Smells good. Get all that hoisin sauce out of there. Okay. And then it asks for some honey. So I'm going to eyeball this. Again, when you do this, you'll kind of be able to eyeball a lot of the things once you do it long enough. But if you want to measure everything out too, you can. So 3 tablespoons of honey, that looks right. Then some more minced garlic. One, 2, 3, and 4. And then a teaspoon of ginger. And sesame seeds. We're going to just eyeball this as well. And sesame seeds. And guess what, you guys? Just like that, dinner number 2 complete. So I'm going to just still this bag up and give it a good mix-a-roo, smush, mix. And I let my older kids help me. They love to help mix the bags. You kind of help incorporate them helping in the kitchen. Kind of makes it more fun for them to eat their dinner too. But they love to help mix the bag. So, dinner number 2 complete. Now we're gonna move right on to the holiday mini meatloafs. Well, actually, that's the most messy one of this. I'm gonna actually do that one last. So I'm gonna do the slow cooked Cajun chicken pasta. Readjust my counter space. So we've got 3 boneless chicken breasts already diced and cubed in my bag. And then it's going to ask for some canned diced tomatoes. I love the dump and pour. The simpler, the better. But again, you can use fresh ingredients on anything that there is. So we've got our tomatoes. We are going to use some bell peppers that are frozen and frozen onions. Again, you can use fresh if you want. I'm going to just eyeball. But I tell you what, I didn't even know that they sold the frozen onions already chopped for you before this. Because who likes having to chop fresh onions and tears running down your face and crying all the time? Especially in my live videos, the frozen ones are a lifesaver. But you can use fresh. So then it's going to ask for some more garlic. And Cajun seasoning. We're going to give it a little bit more. You can always add more, right? As long as you get your base, and then doesn't matter. Whatever your taste buds enjoy, you can add. All right. Then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is just going to help thicken it up, I'm sure, while it's cooking on cooking day. And then salt and pepper to taste. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is dinner number 3, just like that, again. So on cooking day, I'm going to dump this whole mixture into my crock pot and cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours. And then I will add some chicken broth and my penne pasta to this. And I will just add the pasta for the last 20 to 30 minutes is all in my slow cooker. So again, we're going to give this a good mixer around in the bag. Smushy, mixy, good to go. Okay, dinner number 3. Totally done. So the nice thing is on cooking day, all I have to do is whip these out of my fridge and cook it how it says. Let me get a paper towel and get my counter a little less messy, because again, I'm no pro. Anyone can do this if I can do this. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is the honey garlic meatballs. So we need some ketchup, and it just says to mix all this in a bowl, and I'm going to eyeball it. So we've got our ketchup and honey. I'm going to eyeball that one as well. And I'm going to take off the actual lid because that's going to take forever to come out of there. About just like that. And brown sugar. 1/4 a cup of brown sugar. You always want to pack your brown sugar. I'm sure you guys all know that. Minced garlic and minced ginger. You can find this in the squeezable jars as well, and I am all for paying for the convenience of the chopped and minced stuff already done for me. Okay, and you guys, that is it for dinner number 4. Another thing that I love about the 5 dinners in 1 hour is I'm showing you the main prepping of the main dish every night, okay? But you guys don't just get that with this meal plan. You are getting all your side dishes, everything that you need to have for your dinner, whether it's dinner rolls, they'll tell you what to put on there. Like this meatball one, on cooking day, we are going to serve this with rice, green beans, and dinner rolls is their suggestion. But again, if you, like my family, we don't like green beans, so I'm gonna put another veggie in place of that. So you really can do however works best for your family. So I already have my frozen meatballs in my freezer, but I just have to cover this and put it in my fridge. And I'm gonna cook this in my crock pot on low for 2 to 4 hours, and then just dump this over the meatballs. Number 4, finished, just like that. I'm telling you guys, these, oh, I'm going blurry. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I hate when my phone auto adjusts there. So last one is going to be our holiday meatloaves. You need a muffin tin for this one and some gloves so it's not so messy, because you're going to be squishing everything together. So I've already got my ground turkey in my bowl. If you guys can't tell from my video, I love turquoise. It's my favorite color. So a lot of my kitchen stuff is turquoise. Okay, so I am going to take some ground turkey and some milk. We don't use cow's milk at my house. My kids can eat the cheese and ice cream and all that, but milk and yogurt, that does not agree with their tummies. So I just use almond milk. 1/2 cup of milk. One egg. So my garbage comes in handy. Frozen bell peppers, celery, and onion. So we're gonna add. All right, so we've got the salt and pepper to taste. Then we're going to add dry sage and dried rosemary, and I'm going to just eyeball this. And then 1 cup of, my bag's breaking. I just took some stovetop stuffing and just crumbled it in a Ziploc bag. So about 1 cup. Then make my cupboard a little cleaner. Okay, and that's all you have to do inside here. So again, we've got our stuffing, our turkey, our milk, 1 egg, celery, onion, pepper blend, salt and pepper to taste, and the dried sage and rosemary. Again, it's so nice to just have your little menu and directions and everything right there for you. So once this is all mixed, I have my muffin pan already sprayed with non-stick spray. So I am going to just dollop my ice cream scoop is dirty. An ice cream scoop would be the ideal thing to use to do this, but we're just gonna use my hands and dollop these in our muffin tin. And then we are going to put a yummy cranberry sauce on top. Again, I've never really cooked that much with cranberry sauce, so I was kind of like, this is nice to give my family a variety. I guess you either love cranberry sauce or hate it, right? I didn't mind it. We'll find out if my kids like it. Okay. I made a few of these, probably too big. So I'm gonna change that up again. If you watch my videos, you will learn real fast. I'm no pro. So you make what works best for you, right? So sometimes my eyeballing isn't the greatest, but look, it's gonna work because they're all gonna be full now. Okay. Now they're all equally in my muffin tin. So I'm going to take my gloves off and throw those away. Move my bowl out of the way. And now you can see all my little mini meatloaves. So now in our little bowl, I'm going to mix the stuff for the sauce, which is a can of cranberries, so jello-y. All right, so we've got that. Then we're gonna do half a cup of ketchup. And then it also says, let's see, it's about half, to add hot sauce. But again, this is the part where if there's something in the recipe that you're like, oh, my kids don't love hot sauce, and since I've got little ones, I'm not gonna put that in, but it's totally fine to leave things out. And I am going to just spread this all over the meatballs. And obviously this is way more sauce than what you're going to put on your meatloaf part. Because on cooking day, after it's all cooked, you can add more. And we are a saucy family at my house. I don't know about you guys, but we love dips and sauce. And so if it doesn't make, I'm going to save this leftover sauce because I know this is more sauce than what needs to be on top of these. And if we want to dip it in there or add more once it soaks in on cooking day, I'll dollop some more on top of here. So we'll save the rest of that. And you guys, that is my 5 dinners. That quick, that fast. So I'm going to put some foil on this one too. But we've got 5 dinners in under an hour at my house. And I'm telling you, you guys, if you're on the fence, like I was for months before I made the plunge and became a member, I'm telling you, this is a total game changer, and it will save time, money, and give your family a variety. You will not be sorry, I promise. And again, for those of you that are watching, if you want to see what I'm talking about, the link below will lead you to all their meal plans and everything that they have to offer. So thanks again for watching, and have a fabulous day.